Alright, so here we go. Welcome to Video Game Wednesday, where I do reviews of older video games and that sort of thing too. I started doing a Fallout series a while ago, and then I did other things too. So right now I just did Fallout 4 last week, so today's Fallout 76. So let's get that started. Released in November 14th, 2008 by Bethesda. I bought it on PC on release day. I pre-released it actually. Pre-bought it sort of a thing too. So I had it right then there too. It's directed by Jeff Gardner and Jonathan Rush. It's produced by Angela Browder and Bill Lacoste. It's designed by, and I tried this name a few times ahead of time, but I'm probably going to still slaughter it, so I apologize for it if I do. It's Emil Pagliarulo, and Mark Tucker and Carl McLevitt. It's programmed by Brian Baird, and its art is by Andrew Collins, and the music, beloved, here is Inanzer. It's rated on Metacritic at 52 out of 100. Where are you, folks? So this is the beloved Fallout franchise that everybody loves, with Fallouts and Super Mutants, the game too, the TV show, ghouls, all that stuff too. It also put retrofuturism on the map in a major way. Many artists have been survived, and are definitely have had new eras of appreciation by new people. It's this series was the spiritual sequel to my beloved Wasteland, and that sort of a thing too, because they couldn't make it with the RP. So this is an MMORPG, and the first one by Bethesda. So they have, I think they're a little green at times, and makes them beginner steps, and that sort of a thing too. So this is based on my homeland of Appalachia, around the home where I grew up. That sort of the thing too. I still live in Point Pleasant, where the Mothman is. It really pushes our flavor and character and mythos really well. They did tons of great research from the flat with the monster to when I spent like maybe 8 or 10 hours just romping around my college place at West Virginia University, where I went to college as an undergrad and graduate student too for 6 years rather. So this is set in Vault 76. It's right after. It's sort of a bit of a prequel. It's right after. It's very earlier on in the timeline, and that sort of a thing too. Because of that, it has not a whole lot of NPCs or that sort of a thing too. So it was not warmly received by fans, since there are fewer NPCs, and they did some things outside of the traditional sort of MMORPG style thing too, right? But I think the flavor here makes sense for what they're trying to do. I don't really mind it. I like that they're also trying to be a little experimental, and that sort of thing too. So I do adore it though. But I admit my West Virginia fanboy bias, so I'm giving this a 9 out of 10 for you folks. I said when I started the series that sometimes my reviews might be a little different than some fans are. That's fine, I don't mind. Or in this case, critics. And that sort of thing. I mentioned Fallout 3, which a lot of people think is great, even though it had the bad ending, had a lot of green stuff to it too. So I gave it a 6 out of 10. Whereas a lot of people gave it higher rankings, but this one, Fallout New Vegas, I gave us a 9 out of 10, a 9 out of 10 too. And I think that Fallout 4 is actually better at a 9.5 out of 10. So this has the same ranking as Fallout New Vegas. A lot of people would say, right. So I said this right up front. My Fallout reviews are going to be controversial. And I own up to that. I'm fine with that. I don't want to have any sleep. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. That sort of a thing too. But I do like this game so much, even though, again, I'm West Virginia bias. Next week, I've just played 2 Point Museums' Fantasy Binds DLC a couple of weeks ago, so that'll be in the next review. Just a heads up. All right. Then on Saturday, I do something I call Serial Saturday, which I dedicate to the forgotten storytelling and heavily influential on our modern day stuff. It's like and we're doing the Dick Tracy serials right now in the 30s. I just did the first 2. I just watched Dick Tracy Dick Tracy's G-Man on Saturdays, and that'll be the next one coming up. I've also recently done Zora, Tarzan, that sort of thing too, as well as Flash, Gordon, heavily influential, lots of superhero stuff too. Check it out, dude. On Monday, I do reviews of older RPGs like Middle-earth role-playing or Dungeons and Dragons or BattleTech, the war games side of things, that sort of thing too. So you can check out all that stuff. I've recently, so I'm not sure. I just finished out the TSR UK series, so you can check it out. Although I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Just as that. I'm not sure if where I'm going to go. I haven't had any comments saying, hey, I want you to do this. I just finished out the B series too. I did about 7 or 8 of them by Gary guys. So check that out too. And then the other 3 videos a week I do, in addition to a couple of Let's Plays of older video games, just recorded my Star Control 2. First one, just earlier today before I do this, just said so. So you can check out that stuff too. I do 3 reviews a week of older things, in the 3 things that you read in this case. In the 3 genres we cover fantasy and science fiction and horror too, right? So if those 7 reviews plus Let's Plays of a week sound like your cup of tea, then great. Welcome to the channel and have a seat. I think you'll enjoy your time here quite a bit. Hope you really like it. While you're here, why not do all YouTube stuff too? Like hit the subscribe button, the like button, the bell icon to be notified of those videos, and share and watch. Those are the key ways of growing. Share and just watch. Growing this channel for you, folks. All right. So there. Also, just as a heads up, as you can tell from those 7 older reviews a week, it's the passion of this channel, right? It's even where its name comes from, which is a quote by a French philosopher, Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about them was they kept us from reading the old stuff. Not that the new stuff is bad, it's not, but in our passion for the new novels and in this game, video games and new movies, and that sort of thing too, we sometimes have forgotten that these things are standing on the shoulders of giants. So let's check out those giants. All that stuff is very passionate. Alrighty, so there you go. I want to thank you so very, very much for just taking some time out of your day and investing it and watching my videos, because we all have so many things, right, that are happening in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions too, right? So the fact you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate that so very, very much. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.